Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a beginner yoga class tailored for the absolute beginner with modifications, and what you'll need is just a block or a firm cushion or pillow. And if you have a mat, I suggest you use your mat so that you don't slide out of your poses. This is for the absolute beginner, but also for those who have tried yoga maybe 1 or 2 times and would like to try it again. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and comment down below any suggestions that you have for class. And just go ahead and sit down in a comfortable seated position. We're going to do some shoulder rolls, so up towards the ears, and relax it back. And one more time, up towards the ears, and relax it back. You can add some neck rotations or looking side to side. Just a little warm up here before we do anything else with the upper body. Sit with the long, neutral spine. Press the hip bones into the ground, into your pillow. Relax your hands over your knees. Soft tummy, relaxed neck. Bring your hands in front of your heart and lower your chin towards your fingertips. You can even let your eyes close here if you'd like. We're just going to connect with our breath now and let the natural breaths come out. We're going to practice what we call Ujjayi breath or ocean breaths, where you inhale for 4 seconds, pause, and exhale for 4 seconds. So it's a balanced breath. You already have this inside of you. It's a beautiful power that you can use to relax, to relieve any tension. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got it one more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now do 2 rounds by yourself. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. And go ahead and reach your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands into a prayer. Exhale, release your hands in front of the heart, elbows in opposite directions. Inhale, reverse your hands back up to the sky. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. One more time, go ahead and scoop it up. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands in front of the heart. Inhale, send your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, release it down by your side. We'll do one more time. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, release your right hand behind you, left hand over the right knee, and add a gentle twist. Gazing over the right shoulder if you can, or out to the side, but you're using your right arm as a second spine. So use this to lengthen the spine and let the twist come from the core as much as you can. Inhale, coming back to center, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, release your left hand behind you, right hand over the left knee, gentle twist to the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twisting to the right, bumping the right shoulder back. Soft gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. Coming back to center, bring your hands in front of the heart. Release your right hand down by your side. Pin your right elbow into your side body and reach the left arm up and over. So you're bending into the right arm And go ahead and bend or pull back the left shoulder. Gaze past the left arm up towards the sky or out in front. Reach the fingertips towards the right as much as you can, and press the left hip into the ground so you can sit evenly onto the bones. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, lower the left hand, stretch toward the left side. You're gonna feel the right side of your body stretch out. Then go ahead and bump the right shoulder back. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, lower the right. Side bend towards the right. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, bend toward your left. Deep breath here. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, round the spine. Slight tuck of the pelvis forward. Bring your chin towards your chest and round the spine. Inhale, arch the spine, squeeze the shoulder blades together and open up wide. Let your head gently fall back. Exhale, wrap the left arm over the right. Give yourself a nice warm hug. Inhale, open up. Exhale, right arm over the left. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, right arm over the left. Now we're going to come to a still position, neutral spine. Now you're going to shift your weight forward, plant your hands down in front of you, and take as many bumps as you need to. Bring your pillow out of the way and bring your knees underneath your hips. So your knees are underneath your hips, your wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. You're in a tabletop position. Spread your fingertips wide, point the middle fingers forward, and gaze between the knees for a second. Make sure that your toes are hiding behind your legs. Inhale, lower the belly, squeeze your shoulder blades and gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin, round the spine. Inhale, lower to the earth, gaze forward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the pelvis. This time you can arch or tuck the toes, press back onto the ball of the feet, and you can sink back over the heels. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and gaze forward. Inhale, round forward, tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin, and shift the weight. Exhale, sink it back with an arch as you gaze forward. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades and gaze up, sink it back. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, sink it all the way back. Do two more here. Inhale. Exhale, sink it back. And inhale. Exhale, sink it back. And you're gonna walk your hands up towards your knees. Bring your knees together. Bring your feet together and keep your toes tucked and sit over your heels. A little toe stretch here. Just take a second. This is probably gonna feel a little foreign because we don't very often stretch the feet. We kind of neglect the feet. But take your time here, just feeling it out. Deep, deep breath, relax your arms. Then you're gonna shift your weight forward, untuck your feet, and sit back over the heels. Sit evenly onto both heels, and you're gonna gently shift your weight to your left side. Lift up the right knee towards you and lower it down. Then the left side, lift the left knee up and lower it down. Now you're gonna lift up the right knee and hold it for about 3 seconds. Okay, switching sides. Beautiful. Let's see if we can try to do both. So you're going to shift your weight back towards the heels as you lift your knees up. So plant your hands down by your thighs and lift both knees. Shift it back. Little stretch in the ankle there and relax it down. And you can then shift your weight forward, tuck your toes. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Bend the knees out if you need to warm up the hamstrings to bring your torso closer to the earth. And make sure that your feet are separated hip distance apart. If you gaze at your fingertips, you can take a quick little lean forward. Make sure there are even creases in the wrists so you can bring them in at shoulder width apart and point the middle fingers forward. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. Continue pedaling out the legs or keep a still bend in both knees as you melt the heart closer to your thighs. You're pushing away with your hands as much as you can and activating the hamstrings the way this feels. Slight elevation in the shoulders here as you're pushing away, and relax your neck. Gaze between your feet. Very relaxed here. You can always come back to this breath if it gets a little too intense, coming back to child's pose or downward dog. Continuing our ocean breath for 4 seconds. And exhaling 4 seconds. Inhale, let's come up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, send your knees out wide, sink over the heels. Gaze between the hands, step to the front of the mat, and lift up halfway with the flat back. The key point here is to try to bring the torso closer to the thighs and have a nice lengthened spine. So you can bend the knees and bring your hands to your shins, or if it's accessible to you, you can lower your hands down to the earth. Gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward, slight extension in the knees, and catch opposite elbows. Relax your neck. Keeping our feet hip distance apart. Maybe you let yourself sway right to left, or you're pedaling out your legs in this forward fold. Then wherever you are, release your hands down to the earth, bend the knees a little bit more, and slowly rise, rounding up like a rag doll, vertebra by vertebra. The last thing to come up is your head. Bring your big toes to touch and reach your fingertips up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands in front of the heart. And go ahead and interlace the last 3 fingers and send your steeple mudra up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, draw the fingertips towards the right side. As you're bending towards the right, keep pressing into the big toes. And then we're going to bring the fingertips back overhead. And then draw the fingertips towards the left side. Exhale. Go ahead and bump the right shoulder back. Gaze up towards the sky. Then inhale, come back overhead. Exhale, lower your hands down to the lower spine. Fingertips should be pointing downward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and separate your feet hip distance. Gently push your hips forward and bring your heart up towards the sky. Relax your head back. You can keep your head parallel to the sky, but let it fall back a little bit more. Up to you. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Exhale, fold forward, sliding your hands down the backs of your thighs, letting your knees come to a soft bend, and catch opposite elbows, forward fold.
Inhale, release your hands, gaze forward. Plant the hands down onto the earth and step your feet back to a high plank. In your high plank, you are always welcome to take it with the knees down, but you have to keep your shoulders over your wrists and spread your fingertips as wide as you can. If you want a little bit more heat, keep the knees lifted, hips in line with the spine. Take a deep breath. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows into the body and lower down with control. Down to the earth. Immediately release the tops of your feet and slide your hands down by your ribs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift up your chest, gaze forward. Slight extension in the elbows. Then lower your left cheek down to the earth. Then press your hands underneath the shoulders. Lift up a little bit more of an extension in the elbows. And lower the right cheek down to the earth. This time you're gonna bring your feet to touch. Press your feet into the ground. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift up your knees and your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades and gaze forward and up. Upward facing dog. Then push away. You're gonna lift up your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedaling out your legs. Checking out how this feels. Inhale, slowly rise. Slowly bring the right foot up. You can choose to keep the hips squared or let your hips slightly open up. And as it opens up, you can bend that right knee, keeping your foot flexed. Or playing around with it, you can point it, flex it, relax your neck, and then bring your foot back behind you until your hips are squared. Then bring that right foot between the hands. So rounding forward, take as many steps as you need. Plant your right foot between the hands, and you can leave your left hand inside of the right foot. Option to take this down on the back knee down, and go ahead and reach the right arm up in line with the left. Gaze towards your right side or up towards your right fingertips. Bump the right hip back and the right shoulder back so you can open up your chest as wide as you can. Gentle twist coming from the core here. Staying nice with the knee over ankle. Back heel is still up towards the sky. Then inhale, reach as tall as you can. Exhale, unwind, frame the front foot, and take as many steps as you need to bring the right foot back to a downward dog. So it'll probably look like a hop, and that's okay. Downward dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward. High plank. A little bit more forward. Bend the elbows into the body. This time you can lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, scoop up your chest. Exhale, push away, downward facing dog. Upside down V as we call it, our favorite pose. Then inhale, lift up the left leg. You can keep it squared or let your hips open up. Feel that nice little stretch in the body. And maybe your knee comes to a bend as you keep your neck relaxed. Flexing the ankle, pointing the ankle. Then bring your foot back behind you. Hips are squared. Pull that left knee into the body and plant your left foot between the hands. Leave your right hand inside of the left foot and reach the left arm up in line with the right, as tall as you can. And bump the left shoulder back. Option to take that right knee down for less heat or keep it lifted, you choose. Inhale, grow a little bit taller. Exhale, unwind, frame the front foot. This time, you'll step the right foot forward to a halfway lift with the knees slightly bent and the feet hip distance apart. Gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Relax your neck. Slight extension in the knees. Trust yourself to lean forward a little bit more. Inhale, look forward. Bend the knees a little bit more and slowly rise. Vertebra by vertebra. Beautiful. So you're here at the top of the mat. All you're gonna do is step the left foot back. Stepping it back. And you can use your hands for balance. Your right toes are still pointing forward and keep the back heel lifted. Right knee over the ankle. Scoop the chest up, reach the arms up to the sky, high crescent lunge. Or you can take a low crescent lunge with the left knee down. The arms are up by the ears as you lower the shoulders away from the ears and reach as tall as you can. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, slide down your left heel and open up your hips to the left side. Bring your arms out to the side. Now you're creating this bend in the right knee. That knee is going to try to stay over the right ankle, not going past, and we're not in an extension. Press into the outer edge of the left foot and gaze towards your right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the right hip. Bring your right forearm to the front knee and bring that left arm up and over. Reach towards your right as you gaze up towards your left fingertips or out to the side, depending on how your neck feels. You choose. Always free to lower down the right fingertips for a deeper stretch as you bump the left shoulder back towards the left side. Then push off of your hand, off of your elbow. Inhale, rise, arms out to the side. Exhale, flip your right palm up and reverse your warrior, sliding your left hand down the left leg and towards the left side. Go ahead and deepen the lunge in the right knee and keep that right shoulder open. So pull it back. Open chest, gaze up towards the sky. Try to keep your gaze upward and your chest lifted and open. Inhale, coming back up through warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth. Frame the front foot, pivot your back foot up, and send the right foot back to meet your left. You can take your downward dog, or if you're feeling quite strong today, you can do your vinyasa of choice, which is the plank, shifting forward, bending the elbows down. Exhale, inhale, scooping the chest, and exhale, pushing away, downward dog. Let's take 2 rounds of breath together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, keep pushing away. 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, plant your left foot between the hands. Take as many steps as you need. Inhale, lift up your chest and reach your arms up to the sky. High crescent lunge, keeping the back heel lifted. Beautiful. Stay here, take 2 deep breaths. Nice form here. Reach as high as you can as you pull the shoulders away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Slide down your back heel and open up your hips to the right side. Warrior two. Arms out to the side. Hips are nice and open, gazing towards the left fingertips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge towards your right, towards your left, and bring your left forearm to the front knee, right arm up and over. Bump the right shoulder back as you reach towards your left. An option to lower down the left fingertips on top of the mat or over a block on its low or high setting, you choose. Bump the right shoulder back, keep the chest open. Take your gaze upward. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, flip your left palm and reverse your warrior. Right hand slides down the right leg. If you're feeling like you need to flush out the left knee, it's feeling a little intense, you can always extend it and come back to a little bend. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel down to the earth. Frame the front foot, pivot the back foot up, and send it back. Let's take our vinyasa. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, take your back bend of choice. Exhale, push away, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Go ahead and lower your knees down to the earth. Take a quick child's pose, catch your breath. You can bring your arms or bring your hands out in front. And if the knees together is not serving you, is not feeling comfortable, you can widen your knees and bring your big toes to touch and sink back over the heels you choose. Wherever you are, just catch your breath, coming back to your intention of practice. And if you need a sip of water, right now would be a great time to get a sip. And relax. Go ahead and shift your weight forward. And what you're going to do is tuck your toes, send the hips up to downward dog. Then bring your feet outside of your hands, coming down into a squat, keeping the knees pointing out in the same direction as the toes. Then press your elbows into your knees, hands in a prayer. Lengthen spine, gaze forward. If you're having trouble with your squat here, you can always roll up a scarf or a blanket and place it underneath the knees for a little assistance. But keep the gaze forward, take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, sink down, open chest. You're gonna lower the right hand down, bringing it to the outside of the right shoulder. Lift the left arm up and go ahead and wrap the left arm behind you to the shirt, or see if you can bring that right hand to clasp the left hand. Open up the chest by pulling the left shoulder back. I'm going to face this way. Beautiful. And gaze over the left shoulder. Sink down a little bit lower, open chest. And inhale, bring the left arm back up. Release your right hand and bring your hands back in front of the heart. Exhale. Inhale, lower the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Bind the right arm behind you. Stay here or clasp your left hand behind you back with your right hand. You choose. Oops. Letting the bind and the twist come from the core. Pull the right shoulder back. And get your gaze over the right shoulder if it feels accessible to you. And then go ahead and release your arms. Bring that right arm up and bring your hands back in a prayer. Take a deep breath. Now we're just going to bring our knees together. It's going to come into a toe stretch. So if I face this way, the knees are pointing in the same direction as the feet. And you're going to sit over the heels. Bring your forehead to your knees. Take a quick stretch here using your hands for balance. You're going to feel it in the toes and the lumbar spine stretching out and decompressing, and in the cervical spine here at the neck. Deep breath. Then go ahead and release your hands behind you. Lower your hips down to the earth. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. With a lengthened spine, you can bring your hands behind you and lower your knees down to the right. Gentle twist. Then bring your knees back up to center and windshield wiper. And then back and forth. Just like windshield wipers here. And you can choose your intensity. If you want it a little bit more intense, you can walk your feet up closer, bring your hands closer to your hips. You choose. If it feels a little bit too much up on the hands, you can always take it down on the forearms. Hips are open and relaxed. Now you're just going to bring your knees back up to center. Bring your feet to touch. The soles of the feet are going to touch, and let your knees open up, coming into a butterfly pose. You can stay up on the forearms. You can come up onto the hands, doing this seated, or lay down completely. You choose. It's always nice to have a little bit of a decompression in the spine. So if you have a soft pillow, I do recommend placing this underneath the tailbone to give you a little boost. And just let your arms relax by your side. You can choose your intensity by bringing your feet closer to the groin area, a little higher or further away. You should feel the stretch in the hips, a little bit of decompression in the spine, but not so much in the knees. So if you're feeling it in the knees, come away from it, relax the legs a little bit more, and sink down. You're just letting gravity do its work here. Beautiful. Go ahead and come up with assistance. You can bring your knees together. And if you have a block or a pillow, you can place it out to the side and walk yourself up, keeping the soles of the feet down in front of you, hip distance apart. You're going to cross your right ankle over the left knee. You can bring that left foot closer or a little further away if it feels a little tight. Bring the right knee out, creating a number 4 here, and flex your right ankle. Stay up on the hands, or if it feels too tight, you can lower down on the forearms. You choose. So staying here, you choose your intensity, a little closer, a little further away. Nice and open in the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades in, taking your gaze forward. Deep breath. Staying here for 2 more long breaths. And gently let your right foot come down to the earth. It's gonna really do kind of a twist. So you're gonna leave your right foot over the left knee, and then the right foot is lowers. So you're just doing a little bit of a twist here towards the left, lowering the right leg. Perfect. Stay here. Then bring it up to center and lower your legs down to the right side, keeping that right ankle over the left knee. Now it's gonna look like they're stacked. A little twist there. And then back to center. Release your right foot down and switch sides. Bring the left foot over the right knee. Bring the left knee out wide. And walk your hands a little closer, open the chest. Take a deep breath. If you'd like where your foot is placed, but you need a little bit of a boost, you can always flex your right ankle up and down, kind of a bit of a pulse here. It just changes it by a second, by a little tiny bit. Deep breath, breathing into that hip stretch on the left side. One more deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Got to bring the sole of the left foot down, twisting towards your right side. Keep the left knee out wide. Right foot is still flexed, left foot is still flexed. So left foot is down. Then bring it back to center and lower your legs down to the left side. Now they're creating this little funky shape here. So you should feel the stretch in the right hip, a little bit in the ankles as well. Go ahead and bring your feet back up and release the sole of the left foot down. Extend your legs out in front. If you have a little firm cushion or pillow, you can bring that underneath the hips, underneath the knees, or add a soft bend to the knees. You're gonna sit evenly onto the sit bone, so untuck yourself, as they say, and sit it all the way back with the nice lengthened spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge over your legs, letting your hands fall wherever they fall, on the shins, the ankles, or hooking your big toes. You can flex your ankles, gazing forward, or letting your head relax down to the legs. Go ahead and wing the elbows out just to create some more space in the lungs. But if you're having trouble with some rounding in the spine, you can gaze forward and shift your weight forward. Option to bring a pillow or a block underneath the hips so that it takes you a little bit more forward. Sometimes we need that extra boost. So being mindful of how the knees feel in this position. Inhale, lift up halfway, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, winging the elbows out. Keep your feet active. Legs should be slightly inner rotated. Feet flexed. And inhale, lengthen spine. Reach the arms up. Release your arms down by your side. If you have a pillow or a block, you can release it out of the way. Go ahead and bring the sole of the right foot into the left thigh. So it's going to come into like a seated tree pose here. Release the right knee down. You can use a block or a pillow for assistance under the knee. And flex your left ankle upward, inner rotating the left leg. Again, sitting evenly into all the sit bones here. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge over the left leg. Release your arms down to the mat, grabbing hold of your foot in a C grip or your ankle. Wherever you are, wing those elbows out. Bring yourself down a little bit closer. Deep, deep breath. If you're feeling the stretch more in the back, you can try to come away from it a little bit and bring the left leg a little bit more out in front of you. So it's not angled outward, it's in front of the chest. Deep breath. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift up, bring the arms up to the sky. Exhale, switch sides. Left foot comes into the thigh. Inner rotation of the right leg, flex the right ankle and hinge over the right leg. Letting your hands fall wherever they fall. Relax into the stretch. Inhale, lift up halfway, gaze forward. Exhale, hinge over the right leg. If it's feeling quite intense in the back, like I said, you can bring that left leg more in front, the right leg more in front of the chest, and soften the bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up, come up. Exhale, release your left leg out in front, release your hands down the side. You're going to swivel your legs around and come into a downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. So you can do tabletop, tuck your toes, and send the hips up to the sky, downward dog. What you're gonna do is shift your weight forward. You can either do this by kicking the leg up or just bend the knees into the body. Bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Outer rotate the right knee and the right hip so you can lower down your shin to the earth. Lower down your shin to the mat, crossing the right foot over to the left side, and untuck your left foot, releasing your left knee and inching it back down the middle of the mat. A bit of a pigeon pose here. And your right foot, you can try to heel toe this outward a little bit more, but if it's feeling tight on that knee, you want to keep it closer to your left hip. But try to stay centered over your hip, not falling over the right side here. Walk your hands close to the sides here. Take a little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Bring your forearms down and relax. If you find that you're still falling over to the right side, you are always welcome to bring a little pillow or that block underneath the right hip for support. That would look a little bit like this. And we'll come down onto the forearms, or you can take the full reclining pose if that's accessible to you. Relaxing the forehead down over the mat, bring a pillow or a block underneath the forehead, you choose. Breathe into this hip stretch. This is the king of hip openers, so it's going to feel a little intense, but it should not feel painful. If you're feeling pain, come away from it, come back up onto the hands, and come back towards the left side, bringing that right foot closer to the hip. One last deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, go ahead and walk your hands up towards your knee. What you're going to do is press your hands into the earth, pivot your back foot up, and take as many bumps as you need to bring that right knee back. Maybe it comes through tabletop, and then you go up into your downward facing dog. Same thing here. So with this side, you can take your left leg up and swing it forward, or if it feels easier for you, you can just bring that left knee towards the left wrist, lower down your left shin, crossing the left foot over to the right side, and slide the right leg down the middle of the mat. Sink it down. Relax the top of your right foot and walk your hands up towards your hips. Inhale, take a quick back bend. Exhale, lower down onto the forearms, or take the full reclining pose with the hands forward. Check in with your neck, make sure it's soft and lengthened. Check in with your spine. We don't want to be crunched over. If you find yourself crunched over, maybe inch back the right leg a little bit more and walk the hands forward or the elbows a little bit more forward, and relax your neck. Remembering the block in the pillow is there for support underneath your left thigh. And just breathe, relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, make this a nice one. Exhale. Inhale, go ahead and walk your hands up towards your shin. You're going to press your hands into the earth. Tuck your right foot into the ground and bump your left shin back through tabletop. Tuck your toes. And what you can do is come through downward dog. If you want a quick stretch, in the hamstrings and the legs and catch your breath. Then lower your knees down. And however you like to get there, you want to bring your legs out in front. Sitting down. And lower your back all the way down to the earth. Keep your knees lifted. Go ahead and lift your legs up into a soft L shape. Let your feet hang however you'd like. If it helps, you can flex them, you can point them. You can just let them relax here. Some like to place a block or a pillow underneath the hips for a little extra decompression. But just relax the upper body, relax the arms into the ground. You're welcome to close your eyes here. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Simply returning the blood flow back to the heart in this L shape. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Soften the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. If you have a block or a pillow, you might want to bring this out of the way. So knees into the chest. Make yourself very, very small. Forehead to knees. Hug your shins. Coming into a little ball here. Then create little circles with the knees. You can go clockwise. And then counterclockwise. As if you're drawing a circle with your knees. Bring the knees into the body one more time. And then go ahead and release your knees down to the right side. It doesn't have to come all the way down to the earth. You can even extend your knees if you'd like to, coming into an L shape. Bring your arms out to the side. Adjust your left shoulder so that you can press it into the ground and gaze towards your left. Soft gaze, soft twist in the neck. Take a deep breath. We're not forcing any twists here with our spine, with our chest. You're just letting it hang to the right side. Keep the chest open. Adjust your left shoulder so it's down on the ground. And relax. Go ahead and bring your knees back into your body. And switch sides, exhaling to the left side. Take your gaze towards the right side. Option to extend the knees out or keep the knees bent. Adjust the right shoulder so that it's down on the ground and you're gazing comfortably towards the right side with an open chest. If the twist feels a little too deep, you can always bring your pillow or your support underneath the knees. And just relax. And let's bring the knees back into the body. Give yourself one last big hug, making yourself very, very small, forehead to knees. Extend everything out into the ground. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your pelvis slightly forward so you're laying flat on your back. Relax your hands by your side. Or if you'd like to feel your breath, you can place one hand on the belly. Relax your shoulders, relax your face, relax your jaw. You're welcome to close your eyes here and sink down into the ground. For the next couple of minutes, just focus on your breath. You will have thoughts come into the mind about what's coming next, what you have to do tomorrow, what you did before this class. Just let them pass. Hold on to positive thoughts. Hold on to the counts of your breath. And for the next couple of minutes, you'll inhale for 4 seconds. Pause. Exhale 6 to 8 seconds, depending on your lung capacity. Go ahead and continue practicing this slow, elongated exhale to relax. Start to breathe awareness back into the body, sending energy to the toes. You can wiggle out your toes, rotate your ankles, send the energy up through the shins, through the thighs, through the hips, through the belly, through the heart, through the shoulders, the neck, your jaw, your eyes, back down through the shoulders, the arms, your fingers. Rotate your wrists, bend your elbows, bring your feet to touch. You can take a full body stretch if there's space. Inhale, reaching in opposite directions. Exhale, bring your knees into your body. Let yourself fall onto your favorite side. And when you do, you're coming back to your fetal position. You can pause here, bring your hand underneath your head. Take a moment. When you're ready, you can come up to a seated position, meeting me in easy pose, or do your legs out in front. Keep your upper body relaxed and your eyes can stay closed. Bring your right hand over your heart, your left hand over your belly. And together, we're going to take 3 rounds of breaths just so that you can leave with this powerful ocean breath. And let's begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little slower on this last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to thank you so much for practicing with me today. This ocean breath you have inside of you is the power you already have. Use it whenever you need to calm yourself down, you're going through a stressful situation. And may this practice heal and strengthen your mind and your body. Namaste.